What is going on, good people? Take two. If you watch part one, you're very confused. You understand. Google Plus puts buttons in weird places. I don't know what happened. Press the stop button way too early. Didn't mean to. We talking Impact Wrestling 5/24, 2018. DJ, Rabbit, Casey, all here on the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast. The only podcast that is always, and I mean always, an instant classic. Don't know what happened though just now. I'm kind of confused.
I know what happened. Up.
I done goofed. I almost did it again. It's weird. What's the button here? I'm gonna make this full screen. Maybe that helps me. There we go.
Stop clicking me.
I'm not trying to click stuff. Anyway, we started off tonight's show. I did feel like tonight's show was weird, just because Under Pressure is coming up, and it almost feels like this show was stacked, and Under Pressure is trying to be just as stacked, which isn't a bad thing. Just felt like there were some matches that were on this show that probably should have been on next week's show. A couple of title matches, because Under Pressure is supposed to be like kind of a pay-per-view type thing. But anyway, moving on, we got Drago and Aerostar versus OVE, with Sami Callihan by their side. I'm liking Drago and Aerostar as a tag team right now. I really like them. They don't always feel like a tag team though. They kind of have that DJZ Andrew Everett effect where like they're a tag team, but they kind of just feels like two singles guys at times. But obviously the Chris brothers look really good. I kind of want them to have another tag title run, especially as now that they're really getting into this heel run. I would love to see Callahan as the X Division champion and then them as the tag team champions. But I thought this match was pretty good. Obviously, when you get Drago and Aerostar in a match, just be prepared for craziness because it's gonna happen. So I definitely felt like it was a pretty crazy match. There was a lot going on. I love the Chris brothers. I love their tag team psychology. I think they work very well together. I listened to Sami Callihan in an interview like a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about how good they are, and I think they are really good. I enjoy Dave and Jake Chris. So I hope they continue to push them. I'm liking the heel thing they're doing right now. This match was kind of random. But basically, it was a setup for Eddie Edwards to come and run in and end this match prematurely. And he attacks Sami Callihan and both the Chris brothers and kind of continues his attack on Sami Callihan, choking him out. Good job by Sami Callihan making himself purple. I don't know how you do that, though. Can't do it. I don't know how he did it. I'm trying to figure it out. I've been trying to figure it out since Thursday on the stand. But I like it though. I like the selling. I like that. That's pre-meal selling. Pre-meal. That's not even a word. I'm just making that up. Pre-meal selling. Okay, it's fancy. Shut up, Casey. But anyway, I love it though. I'm loving the continuation of the Callihan Eddie Edwards feud, even though it felt like it probably should have ended at the street fight. But Edwards ain't done yet, so I'm wondering where it's gonna end. Where this whole thing's gonna end. But I like it though. Pre-meal. Anyway, Casey, you got any thoughts on the opening segment? Obviously, Alicia Edwards is still saying, "Hey, Eddie, calm down," and Eddie like out of his mind and craziness and stuff, but not exactly heel, but kind of heel, but not heel. Anyway, Casey, thoughts on the pre-meal? I don't even know what I used that word for, to be honest anymore. I forgot. I just got so into the word. Anyway, thoughts. OBE versus
selling.
Drago and Aerostar.
I can see DJ in the mirror all week just trying to figure out how Sami got his face like that. He just like all week. That's all he's been doing. He didn't even go to work this week. He's just staying in the mirror all day. But I like this match. I thought it was really good. I thought the two opening dives looked really good from Drago and Aerostar. There were a few spots with clearly non-connecting shots, but you're gonna get that in any show anyway. So it wasn't. And I also, like DJ said, I love the selling on with Eddie choking Sami with the kendo stick. I think both of them sold it really well. Eddie sold it really well, and then Sami with the face with the like red purpleness sold it really well. So I thought it was a good match. Good segue into this next part of the feud. I liked it.
All right, Rabbit.
Yeah, it was decent. It was a decent match. The tag team Drago and Star. Yeah, like you said, it's like two singles. They don't really mesh together, but you like to see them tagging together because they do so much different things. I like Star when he come off the top rope backwards. I don't know what that is, what he call that, but he come off the top rope on the floor backwards. I like that joint. Then my man, what's his name, Jake, he do his little step up kick on man back. Man, that joint be pretty and stiff too, man. I like that joint right there. Nice stiff joint. Man. But if this when Eddie come in, to me, all this is way too late. You already know they already blew this angle as far as I'm concerned. It's over. They start the beginning of this show after TMZ, you know what I'm saying, to tape it. Just like this at the beginning of the show. You know what I'm saying? But now it's just this angle is dead. It just seems like Eddie's just out of his mind. And now he ain't even making no sense what he doing. Now he coming in and just running the ring now. It's not making sense even to the storyline. You know what I'm saying? So that's right there. Just not even that the storyline is dead. It's overblown now. Now it's going too far. Now it just ain't making no sense. You know what I'm saying? He got his wife screaming that it's over. Obviously, she don't feel that it need to be going on no further. You know what I'm saying? So that would make it seem dumb. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's the only part of this whole thing. The angle of this is just unnecessary because it's too late. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to have done this earlier. So now it just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? But it was a decent match. I like the activity Drago will be given too in these matches too. I want to see a little bit more of him in singles though. But yeah, it was decent though. DJ?
I'm going to disagree with that. I think it still works because, you know, Sami Callihan, you know, crossed the line not only with almost, you know, taking Eddie's eye out, but then he, you know,
he didn't stop there. Like I understand what
you're in the hospital too. Like, if that happened and that was my wife, I'd be pissed off still too. I would still want to kill him too. So to me, it makes sense. You know, that rage is
why would the wife be on the side saying this is you doing too much? It's over. Why would she be saying that then? You see what I'm saying? That's why I said it makes it off.
Well, you got to think though too. Like she coming from the perspective of like she coming from the perspective of looking from kind of from the outside looking in. Like she don't understand it from a wrestling standpoint, from like a competitive standpoint. That like that this is legit. Like okay. He's crossed the line. I got to continue what I'm doing because Eddie Edwards is beyond upset, right? But she can't put her mind around the fact that he's beyond upset. She can only see, she only knows what her husband is. I feel like.
But you see what I'm saying about, all right, the storyline is dead because when you do this now, it don't have no, it don't have no feeling in it. You gotta describe what's going on. You know what I'm saying? To the viewer, like you two just did, you had to describe the feeling. That's the problem right there. Now you see what I'm saying? That's why it's dead. Now straight after TMZ, if they went into a match like this, the first match of the show to continue, cool. But the stuff they was doing in between the TMZ to now didn't work. It's a done deal. It's unplugged. You see what I'm saying? The stuff they doing now is only good for people that really follow wrestling, really follow it to the T. So it's just like a continuation to us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
I disagree though. Like I feel like it's not like they stopped building it. Like just because Eddie Edwards was injured, they stopped doing stuff with it. They continued to do it. They just did it out. They didn't always do it in the Impact Zone, which I think makes it that much more personal to Eddie Edwards.
Yeah.
So you think right now that this storyline has more oomph than any other storyline in it on the roster?
I think so. I'm enjoying it personally.
No, I'm not. See, that's separate. That's separate. Other than the storyline is dead. It's the storyline itself is dead. Now, whether you enjoying what they doing with the storyline, that's something different. But the oomph that it had after his nose was broke, that's gone. There's nobody even remember that. You know what I'm saying? That's why it seems odd for him to be still running around 3 months, 4 months later, acting like he mad. Now you see what I'm saying?
Well, at the same time, can we? So at the same time, why are they still promoting the fact that DJZ almost died last year? It was last year. They still promoting it.
That I don't even know. That don't even have anything. They can do that though, because that goes into a storyline now. He haven't been on the screen in a while. So now as he coming on the screen, his storyline is he almost died. You feel me? So now they try and get your feelings into him. That's something different. They try and build feelings. This right here had the feelings involved when he broke the nose. Either you hated him or you didn't. You couldn't stand him or not. That's when the heat was there. That's when the anger should have been from Eddie. The heat on Main Man was there. The excitement was there. The eyes was there. See what I'm saying? The next show you have on there, you had some stuff in there. He was playing in somebody nursing outfit or something. See what I'm saying? That was the next show. That's what I mean. Not this type of stuff was the next show. The next show they was in the room somewhere with a nurse outfit.
But
see what I'm saying?
But still, he continued to, like, you got to remember, Eddie Edwards had to be out at that point. They couldn't have this match now because Eddie Edwards isn't here anymore. Eddie Edwards wouldn't have showed up that next week because his eye would have been busted. So they had to find a way to continue to build this storyline, although Eddie Edwards is injured. And the way they had to do it, the way they decided to go with it, I guess you could say, is they decided to go with the hospital scene because that's the most logical thing. Eddie Edwards is recovering from him and his wife, both of them kind of in the same breath, are recovering from this whole thing.
That was 4 weeks after. All right, the TMZ joint came on. It was 5 weeks after that. Before they
built it from that next week.
You think so?
I think so. Am I wrong? I might be wrong, but I think they continued to build it as it continued to happen. Because I remember saying Eddie Edwards is injured, but they're still continuing to build this storyline.
You gotta remember, every show after that, I was complaining like, "What are they doing? They dropping the ball." Every show I was saying that. Well, they just had a TMZ. What's going on? What are we doing now? Matter of fact, the next show they ain't had nothing. They didn't even talk about it. Now you see what I'm saying? Every week after that, I was saying, what is going on? What happened to the show? What happened to TMZ? They dropping the ball. They losing it. 4 weeks later, what are we doing?
I might have to do some research on that one because I feel like I remember. We just gonna have to agree to disagree so we can get to the next point. Let's jump into our. Well, we had a backstage segment with Alicia Edwards and Eddie Edwards, but I think we kind of covered it within that. We got the Cult of Lee, Trevor Lee and Caleb Conley going up against LAX, Santana, and Ortiz. Still no Diamante. Still no, like this is the slow breakdown of LAX. This is the slow, like, methodical, like, this is ending. And I don't know what they're going to do with these two guys afterwards. Probably nothing. Probably release them. But I thought the match was good, though. You definitely, like Rabbit said last week, I think you could see the fact that LAX are a seasoned and veteran tag team working together in this match compared to Trevor Lee and Caleb Conley. You could tell, like, when they started doing the tandem offense, it was leaps and bounds way better than what Trevor Lee and Andrew Everett was doing as far as a team is concerned.
You mean
what?
Caleb Conley, not Andrew Everett?
Sorry, not Andrew Everett. My bad. Caleb Conley. my boy, Caleb Conley. But yeah, like I feel like for the most part the match was good. I like the LAX still trying to find their rhythm, but at the same time they're still looking good, which almost makes the split up not make sense. Because it's like they still look really good. It's not like they don't look like a tag team anymore. They don't. There's so much miscommunications. There's really not. There's no miscommunication at all. They looked amazing in this match, and then they just happened to lose because Trevor Lee decided to grab the tights. Like, I don't understand why they're going with a breakup here when it really doesn't make sense right now. From a tag team depth perspective and from a storyline perspective, as far as the way they were booked in this match, it didn't make any sense because they were booked pretty much really strong in this match. So I don't understand it really. But Casey, thoughts on LAX versus the Cult of Lee?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I agree with you. First of all, I do like the storytelling with the whole you know, LAX losing streak. I do like that. I do like that they're keeping that going. But at the same time, like you said, they still look really good together. They still look really good in matches. It almost doesn't make sense that they have a losing streak. It's like it's like a certain football team in the NFL on the Super Bowl winning by a lot in the first half of the game, and then the Patriots come back, and you like, how that make sense though? How did that make sense? It's kind of like that. Like, they look really good in matches, and it's like they're still a good team. Why are they losing? Why are they, teasing a breakup? It doesn't make any sense. If they do break up LAX, I think it's going to be stupid for them to break up Santana and Ortiz because they are one of the best tag teams that they have right now. I would still keep them around and, still keep them as a tag team. Even if you're going to break up LAX, because, LAX really is not there anymore, but it's still Santana and Ortiz. We're still seeing them. They're still good. I would keep them, and then, release other people.
Well, even if they if they wanted to ditch the LAX moniker and kind of reboot them a little bit or something, just so you kind of have something different, because I think we've all grown tired of the LAX shtick to a certain degree. Rabbit, thoughts on?
We need Supermax. What?
True.
You remember when they first came? I said, "Where's Supermax? This ain't LAX without him." I always thought he was going to come eventually, though. But the fact that he never popped up was the problem with that, But this match right here, it was a decent match, though, man. The problem is, this is the best tag team that the Impact have. And on the flip side, they have to break up, because it's nowhere for them to go or nothing for them to do with the character that they put them in. You see what I'm saying? One way, it's hindering them. Santana on his own can be a beast.
But they're not. They don't have a character. They're just two guys, and they happen to be in LAX. It's not.
LAX is the character. That's the character right there.
So you just
once you in LAX, you're a cartel. You drug dealers. You supposed to be among the lowest of low scum. That's what you're supposed to be. That's your character now. When you're in LAX, that's what you automatically are. That's your character. And once they put them in that, I think Santana been smothered. First of all, the LAX joint was dead from the beginning. It should have never started. So that it was a startup that it was going to die from the start. That's why Santana and them was in a losing situation from the beginning. But I think Santana, especially when he do that DDT, when he especially in this match right here, when he had my man with the legs and had Conley holding him and DDT'd him, that thing be sweet and pretty. And then he nice with his moves and precise. I always said he was my singles man in the X division because he athletic and he tall and lanky, and it's something different in the division. You know what I'm saying? Conley and Lee, they stale. You know what I'm saying? They good wrestlers, they decent, but they stale, and they put them together to get even staler, like crackers, almost. But LAX, you got to get rid of them. You got to break them up. And then the flip side, they the best tag team. It's the funny thing about that. But you have to break them up because there's nowhere for LAX to go from here. You know what I'm saying, DJ?
Casey, you got some thoughts? I see some
words. I get the
words. They're coming out. I see them.
I agree with DJ. Get rid of the LAX moniker or the gimmick, whatever. But I wouldn't break them up. I would keep them as a tag team. I would have them almost, turn on LAX. Have them turn on Homicide, and I'm not going to say nothing because something turned. But
what they could do too is they could like you said, turn on LAX, and basically they could have been the guys who took out Conan. That could start it right there. They could have been the guys that took out Conan, and there you go.
Yeah, you could have them turn on LAX and even turn them face. Fans like them enough that, and then you could have a feud with them versus LAX to finally get rid of LAX. We win, LAX is gone, kind of a thing.
Rabbit, I see the disagreement.
No, it just wouldn't work, right?
How would that not work?
Elliot, like I was saying first, it's a character. You know what I'm saying? And once they got to break up. It just has to.
It's not a character. Because
because if you first of all, they is it. They LAX. It's nothing else there. What you mean fight with who? There's nobody else on the screen to fight with. Who Conan old ass? When he bring him back, they can't fight with him. If they bring him back.
Whoa.
No LAX to be beefing with, first of all. But they'll beef with themselves. So that won't work. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? It's just they LAX. It's no LAX without those two. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta find a way to break them up, which ends LAX. You see what I'm saying? LAX got to go. You can't. They shouldn't have brought it back up. They stomped on the grave of LAX and messed it up. They should have never done that. You know what I'm saying? But now they've done it. They might have pulled a plug now before they make it even worse. You know. But at the same time, on the flip side, they're the best tag team they had. You know, so it's a tough situation.
No, you don't split up Santana and Ortiz. You have them turn on LAX. LAX being Kingston and Homicide. Kingston returned, and Homicide is still there. He said he's at another safe place. So you have Homicide come back, team with Kingston, have them face Santana and Ortiz. That's how you have Santana and Ortiz turn on LAX.
Because I mean, I guess because I agree with that. Because you can. That's the thing. I think the hard part is it depends on how far they want to go with the cartel thing. Because cartel is one of those things when you think about it, you really can't break out of it. You can, but it stays with you forever.
And I don't get to that. Blood in, blood out. You know, it ain't just you can't just leave. See, that's why I go back to the character. They in the character, you know, so he can't just walk away. Just because we had a match.
It depends on how hard they going on the cartel aspect of it. Because if a lot of times, if you try to, from what I have researched, if you try to break out the cartel, they coming after you.
People left Aces and Eights, and they were a gang. No,
don't do that. They was a biker gang. Whoever heard of biker gang, blood in, blood out? Who do that?
Like every biker gang ever? Like
what? Blood in, blood out?
Yeah.
You know what that mean?
Yeah,
It's no coming out of this. When you have to leave here, you won't know because you be dead.
That's
you understand?
That's the same with any gang. It doesn't matter if it's a biker
gang. I know a lot of females in biker gangs. A lot of people in biker gangs right now that are professors and doctors. They'll never kill you. They're trying to save your life. You know,
that's not the kind of biker gang that Aces and Eights was portraying. They were portraying the one.
They were just thugs. They was just bikers. That was it.
They were.
They were never no drug dealers. They were never no gangsters. They never portrayed them as that.
Yeah, they did.
Never. What?
For the most part,
was that?
Didn't Aces and Eights take out most of their members except for Mr. Anderson? Mr. Anderson was the only one that split apart from him. But moving on to what's next? We got Congo Kong and Jimmy Jacobs backstage being interviewed by Mackenzie Mitchell. I don't even remember what Jimmy Jacobs said, but I loved it. He said something about being a princess. I was hyped. You know, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with being a princess, you know. I mean, I ain't gonna be no princess. He the princess, so he gets what he wants. You know, but I like this. I was excited for this Moose Congo Kong matchup we had coming up in the main event. And then we had the followed by KM segment. They should just keep KM in these segments because KM be killing me in these segments. I don't keep him out the ring, but dang on it, KM be killing me in these segments. I be dying, bro. He was like, how did a fat ass? Like, I was so done. I was like, I love this man so much. Like from a like character bully perspective, like he's hilarious. Like I wish they would just keep him doing that type of stuff. Like, don't put him in the ring. Just keep him doing that type of stuff because he cracking me up with this doggone follow by stuff, man. This was funny though. I love him getting on Katarina about being with Grado, and she's gonna say she a chubby chaser, and Grado gonna be like chubby. I was dying. But Casey, you got any thoughts on the followed by KM Grado Katarina segment or the Congo Kong Jimmy Jacobs interview?
This was the best segment of the night, followed by KM and Grado.
Oh, I forgot. He said, "Put your best move on it." He said, "Bye."
I was dying. He's like, "Give me your best line." Bah. And then when she said she's a chubby chaser, Grado's like, "Chubby?" Like,
and then he smacked my man's stomach and said, "Fat ass."
He's like, "Big bone." And then he smacks on my stomach. He's like, and then he looks at Cam and he's like, "You need cardio." This is the greatest segment ever. I love
it. Rabbit.
Like you were saying with KD, what was his name? When he first came on, he was funny like this too. Before he came in the ring, was a disaster. Go back to this, like you said.
A liar?
Yeah, that was funny until he got in the ring. So I think you're right. He better as a manager. He should be a manager. He should go in there and tell him he won't be a manager from now on. He'd blow up, That's his spot. But man, Grado, when they put these shades on him and blah, thinking they cool because they got shades on there, that gives them superpowers to get women now. It's just crazy. It's nonsense, man. But I like Shawty, man. She used to be in I don't know if she was in Beautiful People or not. But I like her, man. I used to like her when she was in KO division, man. DJ.
All right. We're gonna move on to the Madison Rayne, Tessa Blanchard segment. Madison Rayne was getting interviewed kind of about interfering and kind of what she wants to do with Tessa Blanchard. Tessa Blanchard interrupts and basically says, get your nose out my business. I'm loving this. I hope they do promo battles because I think it would be awesome. Because I don't think we've had a really really good storyline in Knockouts division in a while. Like I feel like this could be really good. I mean, obviously we know Tessa can go on the mic, and Madison Rayne is awesome as well. So they need to make sure they put them on the mic as well to continue to build this whole thing. I'm liking it. I hope this is not going to be something that's going to last a week and then we ain't going to see it no more. Because sometimes they do that. We get really good stuff and then they push it for 1 week or 2 weeks and then it's over. No, don't do that. I need this to last. I need this to linger. Also, kind of around about the same time, we had Z and E, the new tag team champions, getting interviewed by Mackenzie Mitchell. And Eli Drake and Scott Steiner come in talking about how they're gonna get their titles back. Then Scott Steiner just got mad all of a sudden. He just it was random. I was like, what? What do you do though? So Scott Steiner ain't happy. They teasing this Eli Drake Scott Steiner breakup, but also teasing this rematch. But they ain't gonna work together to get the tag team titles. So obviously they're gonna lose. Then they're gonna break up. And then what? I don't like this. I mean, I'm fine with them breaking up. I'm wondering what they're gonna do with Eli Drake afterwards. That's my thing, because Eli Drake is my boy, so I need him to continue to keep the strides going. He can't be losing all the time. We need to keep the beast, the monster, the animal, Monica on Eli. Oh wait, not the right guy. Anyway, Casey, thoughts on the two Mackenzie Mitchell interviews? One with Z and E and Eli Drake and Scott Steiner, and one with Tessa Blanchard and not Mackenzie Mitchell. Madison Rayne, I should say.
Yeah, those Mackenzie Mitchell, Tessa Blanchard matches, they good. No, but I definitely like the Tessa Blanchard, Madison Rayne thing going on. I think they could have really good matches. So I hope they keep that going. And bro, Scott Steiner is like your drunk uncle that tries to fight people at the family reunion. It's true, He gets mad. He's just angry for no reason. And I was like,
get off my lawn.
Like, why are you mad, bro? Like, why? I mean, I get that you your arms getting all saggy and whatnot, and you know all the sure, yeah, sure. He's just getting mad. He's just getting mad. I don't understand. I mean, I get it. The steroids they wearing off. They killing your body. That man on steroids. Don't even try to. Those were not real arms. Those was implant steroids, bro. Like arms don't they don't look like that. They just don't.
Now he look like he on an episode of Botched. Like,
hey, be careful now.
You
first of all,
real quick, you got any thoughts on the Tessa Blanchard Madison Rayne?
That right there, man. When I was telling y'all before in the KO joint, I ain't seen nothing really attached in almost 2 years almost, right? But I always said we need to put some more people in there that's more got athleticism and can wrestle, So now you enter in, and I don't know if Shorty can wrestle or not. Blanchard. This I want to see. I want to see this. So this I want to see so bad. I don't even want to see too much mic work like you want to see. I want to see the match bad. You know what I'm saying? But if they want to do the mic work, cool. If you want to do that, I want to see cages. I want to see a few of these matches with these two. I want to see some wrestling. Because I already know Madison Rayne brings it. Shit, I ain't got to look with nothing. I already know she going to bring it in the ring, period. Cage, period. I don't care where it's at. But Blanchard, that's the unknown joint. I got to see what's going on with her. But that will make me want to see this even more. These two, perfect timing for Rayne to come back in and put some wrestling into the KO division. Period. I like when she was saying that the KO division is all about building respect. You know what I'm saying? And she came back to come to the booth, but when you got somebody running around not respecting, then she got to come back. Oh, yeah, that sounds good. I like that. And I don't want Shorty to disappear like they've been doing the rest of these people every week. Like what was the girl with the wolf thing on? She had the wolf collar and
Shania.
Wolf girl. See, I forgot her name. We're about to lose Hogan. You know what I'm saying?
She was good too. That's the bad part. Dang.
She's
good in a variety of ways.
She was good. Very good. Yeah. But yeah, I just want to see these two wrestle. Period. And my man, Big Papa Pump, I almost didn't understand some of the stuff he was saying today, but cool. That doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? You the man. And then I want to tell you why my man was mad. Because Dummy blew the match. You see what I'm saying? Eli Drake blew it. So therefore, and you got to always remember, Big Papa Pump, if it wasn't his brother, he didn't really tag with you. You know what I'm saying? He might have been in a tag match with you, but he wasn't on your team. You know what I'm saying? Never was.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Hold up.
Don't do it.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So you saying that Eli Drake lost that match for them? Who knocked himself out on the Hurricane Run? I'm just saying, who was that?
No. Wrong match. Like my man said, they couldn't beat him 10 out of 10 times when they tried.
I need more Scott Steiner math. I need it in my life. Casey, do you have any thoughts on the Tessa Blanchard Madison Rayne thing? I don't remember hearing anything about it.
That I hope they have a lot of matches and they're gonna be good.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
And you have a 66.6% chance of being real good.
True. But moving on to the X Division Championship match, we got Matt Sydal versus El Hijo de Fantasma. I'm gonna kick this one to Casey first. Give him a chance to stop texting and get involved in a match. Casey, thoughts on the Sydal and Fantasma match?
This was a match.
I hate this man.
In Impact or TNA?
It was in the Impact Wrestling, and we have my boy Fantasma. I don't know if y'all know, we homies. We was talking all WrestleMania weekend. We was like, "What up, bro?" And he was going up against Matt Sydal for that X Division title. And Matt Sydal got that third eye. He opened that third eye. He'd be like, "My third eye open." But he's trying to get other people to open their third eye, and like I don't know how to do that because like is it right here? Does it open? Like is it a special muscle that I gotta use? I don't understand. DJ, take this match. I don't know what I'm talking about. DJ.
But what are they talking about when Josh had a pea coat on, man? What they were talking about? With no sleeve.
I have not a clue what they was talking about. About a sleeveless pea coat, which is I don't understand.
Yeah.
I should have gave doggone match to Rabbit because Casey is the absolute worst. Probably didn't even watch the daggone match. Anyway, I love this match though. I thought it was good. I want to go back and watch it again because I thought it was pretty good. I love the it was a contrast, but at the same time they both can do similar things. A contrast in the fact of Phantasma being able to use his power, but with Sydal, obviously he's not a power guy at all. So Casey, if you'll quit, man, you're killing me right now. But I thought that was the biggest thing, like the biggest story they were trying to tell is that Phantasma, he's got that power advantage at times. But then he can go with Matt Sydal too. I thought Phantasma was going to win this match, to be honest. I just felt like they've been setting up for Matt Sydal to lose. So I thought Phantasma was going to win, but he didn't. Matt Sydal ended up winning with that package slam on the head thingy. I don't even know what to call that thing he be doing. Like I don't know what that is. But the package thing, he be doing that, and I do like it. I missed the shooting star presto. I do. I miss shooting star presto because it is purdy, and I like doing like this when he go up to the top rope. I love it. He got me like addicted to that. When his music comes on, I'm just like, okay, all right, and automatically go up like no matter where I am. like I'm gonna say this is my alarm. I'm gonna wake up like this. Like it's gonna happen. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Rabbit, thoughts on Sydal retain this title? The only thing I didn't like before Rabbit gives his point, why I want this the main event? Why? Why? I love Moose. I do. I love Congo Kong. I do. I've been looking forward to the match. I really have. Why I want this main event? Why? Rabbit thought.
But it's a shooting star like this.
No, it's close. It's close to beauty.
Phantasma, I think that's his name. Again, every time I see him in a match, I'm not seeing nothing that impresses me. I've seen him a lot now. To me, he's just an average wrestler. You know what I'm saying? But he had a nice back break off the back when he hit my man with that joint. That joint was pretty. But to me, he's just average. He's just an average wrestler. And Sydal, that finish was nice. I like the finish. His new finish, I liked it. I liked it a whole lot, that finish, I like that joint. But again, I'm trying to figure out what's the peacoat that Josh had with no sleeves on that they was talking about. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that Josh never ever brought up the fact that he was supposed to be a main man spiritual advisor. He never even talked like he knew this man. Show you how dumb that storyline was. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, but the match itself, only thing I like about Sydal is he constantly moves. And in his moves, he never botches nothing. You know what I'm saying? So all his moves be crisp and precise. I like that. So other than that, the match itself is just decent. And Phantasma to me is just an average wrestler, man. It's nothing special about him to me, man. To me, he wasting time. He's starting to get on my man. I forgot their name, KM in them list now. He should be in there with them. DJ,
somebody get their mans. Somebody come get their mans. Can y'all hear me? Get the mans. Come on. They can't talk about the king like that. King Quentin.
He should be over there with Grotto and
come on, man. See, Grotto the greatest. I agree. He should be over there with the goat. I agree with that. I agree. Moving on, Kingston comes back. I'm glad.
King. Yo, Rabbit just don't understand it. He a king, and you need to respect the king.
Respect. True. Kingston is back, baby. I thought he was dead after that spot he took on that chair the first night. I'm just saying, I still thought he was dead. I mean, that still hurts me. Like that poor man. What was he in? I can't think of right offhand what he was in. It was something with James Storm on it. I for some reason I want to say the Revolution, but I know it's not. Like I know I'm wrong.
No, it was
the joint with Storm had the group with the white mask and the black suits.
You talking about? Dang, I can't remember what it's called though. Like it was because it was after the Revolution. It was when James Storm left, came back, and then he had another stable. I can't remember. I can't for the life of me remember what it was.
Yeah, I forgot. They had the white suits. I mean, the black.
It
suits
felt like it had like potential too. Like I was liking it, and then they ended.
Me too. They pulled the plug on it. God, what was it?
Anyway. And Kingston took that ridiculous spot. Like, so I was, bruh, like, I'm still like, bruh, how are you living? How is you living? Like, like, how is you not paralyzed? Come on now. But I'm glad Kingston's back. I think he fits in this role too. Because it's similar to, I think, his character in general. His character is kind of like cartel-y and rough and rugged around the edges and stuff like that. So I like this. It's weird because they teasing this breakup, but they adding new members in. What? Huh? What is happening? What is happening? I need to. Casey, you have any thoughts on Kingston's return? He walking though. I'm happy about that. He walking.
This does up exactly what I was saying before. You have Kingston and Homicide representing LAX, and then you have Santana and Ortiz break off from LAX and face, and then you have a tag team there. That's how you get Santana and Ortiz out of LAX, turn them face, and get rid of LAX for good. And then it'll come back in like a couple years again. This is Impact.
Rabbit. No, they gonna come back. Remember, they rebranding, so they gonna get rid of everything except for Slammiversary and probably Bound for Glory. But I'm just saying, hold up, wait a minute. They still got Slammiversary? I thought they won't see that no more.
They gonna bring back Mexican America and act like we don't remember.
Rabbit.
I don't know, man. That stuff just don't work. I don't see how that stuff works, to be honest with you, man. Because it just don't, to me, it's not just that they in LAX. It's the fact that they shouldn't be tag team no more. That's the part I'm trying to tell you. Santana should be on his own as a single. I think he'll block him more and he'll blow up more by himself. But they are the best tag team in this organization. That still don't just stop that. You know what I'm saying? That happened a lot over the years in tag team. You know what I'm saying?
But they were a tag team before Impact, so why they got to break up now?
It has nothing to do with Impact. Whatever you did before you get here, doesn't matter. You know? They were lucky they was tag teams when they got here. You know what I'm saying? They was continue to be tag team. One thing about when you go to WWE, you ain't trying to act like you keeping anything. You going in with your knees down, on your knees crawling and hoping you can keep your, you know? So that's what I mean. Once you go to somebody's joint, whatever you did before doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? At all.
But WWE is a whole other level from Impact, though.
No, same thing. Same thing. It's over. Whatever you did before, it doesn't matter. It's a whole different ballgame. Change up.
I mean,
now, you can't tell me you ain't seen tag teams come to, all right, let's say WCW or somebody somewhere and they split them up.
So what you're saying is the Hardy Boys, the Dudleys,
Harlem Heat got split up.
Well, those
they were the best tag team.
What they did doesn't matter. That's what I'm getting out of that. That's what I'm getting is what they did before Impact doesn't matter.
No, it don't.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't. Man, Harlem Heat was the best tag team in WCW. What happened? They split them up. Wiley was the best tag team in WCW. What happened? Booker T went on to be better than all that. You see what I'm saying? You feel me now? Sometimes it's somebody in that tag team that can do better as a single.
I disagree with your point that like things don't matter from before.
No,
because like this is my thing. My point on that. Angle came in as the same man he was, a more serious man, but the same man he was. It was America came in, and he was the same man he was. He was just more serious. And the same at the same time, the Hardys came in as the same tag team. Like Casey said, the Dudleys came in as the same tag team with a different name.
Again, you take 3 people out of 2 million people that went to WWE and wish they kept their name and couldn't. Some people sued to try to keep their same stuff that they was doing before and couldn't do that. So you understand what I'm saying? Just because whatever you did there, once you come here, none of that matters. Your character doesn't matter. Whatever you've done doesn't matter no more. I don't care if you won 8 belts. You the best wrestler, whatever backyard bar wrestling you was wrestling at. It doesn't matter. Period.
But why? When Sting was why is Phantasma still wearing his AAA belt then?
Let me ask you something. Who Sting tag team with before he became Sting in WCW?
Ultimate
Warrior.
Talk.
Do I get a cookie? Do I get a cookie? Come on.
I've got y'all no reference. But nobody would know that. You see what I'm saying? All you would know is Ultimate Warrior and Sting. That's it. Now you see what I'm saying? The fact that they was tagging before that doesn't matter. What you done before that doesn't matter. When they bring you on these screens, whatever character they give you from this point on, this matters this point on. What you did before doesn't matter no more. Bob's wrestling, whatever you came from. You see what I'm saying?
But that depends on who you are though, because with the Dudleys, they came in as the same tag team from WWE. And then when they split up, and Bubba Ray became Bully Ray, or was it Brother Ray, I should say, became Bully Ray. When they reunited in Aces and Eights, they said, hold up, wait a minute. You guys tag team before. That's why you guys are coming back together again.
And guess what
happened? That's why Bully Ray was that's why Bully Ray was so into it, was because his brother was there.
And they got rid of his brother, and Blubber Ray was by himself for 2 years. Why? Because he was it was better for him to be singles than them two to be tagged. Back to my point I was making. Santana is better to be single than be tagged with Main Man. Even though they're the best tag team in this organization. Right? That's my point.
But if they're the best tag team in the organization, why are we breaking them up?
Just because they're the best tag team doesn't make them like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just because you're the best tag team doesn't make you the best like that. That's just better. You're just better than the competition that's in this organization, which is nothing. Now you see what I'm saying? Just because they're the best tag team in TNA, name a tag team. There is none. So for somebody to say you're the best tag team in Impact,
exactly.
That makes you nothing.
If there's no other tag teams in TNA, why are we breaking up the best tag team? Why? Why would we do that? Logically.
Just because they the best doesn't mean each one of them. You see what I'm saying? What's best for Santana right now is to be single. What was best for Booker T was to be single. What was best for Big Papa Pump was to be single. You see what I'm saying? Even though they was the best tag team in the organization. When they broke up Big Papa Pump and his brother, they was the best tag team in the WCW at the time. When they broke up Harlem Heat, they were the best tag team in WCW at that time. The problem was Booker T was better by himself. Big Papa Pump was better by himself than they were together. That was the point I'm trying to make with Santana. He will be better by himself than them two together. Even though they're the best tag team in this garbage division, which is nothing. Doesn't make them great.
So what
because there's nobody in the division that makes them great.
So what you saying?
Everybody in it.
So what you saying is basically they broke up Matt and Jeff Hardy because Jeff Hardy was better as a singles guy. Or he had more,
Same thing.
More potential. He had more potential as a singles guy.
Same thing.
I'm just trying to understand.
And you saw exactly. And you saw Matt falling behind. Some tag teams stay on too long.
So
and it kills both of them. They both go down too.
So
it's always one of those players that can be a dominant singles player. And it's only a certain time that you can make that move.
All right, so the Young Bucks got to break up, and which one's going to be?
Where the Young Bucks at? See, that's why where they at, because they will not break up or do anything different from what they do. So that's where they at now. You got to look for them with a microscope. That's the problem.
They in one of the biggest wrestling companies in the world. You ain't got to look for them on a microscope.
You know what I'm saying? You keep doing that to me.
New Japan is literally one of the biggest wrestling companies in the world.
Oh my goodness.
That's not.
Me and you, what we gonna do? We're gonna go live. We're gonna meet up one day. We're gonna go live. We're gonna start asking people about this stuff. Do you know about Triple A? Hey, how you doing today? You know about Triple A? And we're gonna see what they say. You see what I'm saying? What's the organization you just talking about? I know you ain't talking about Japanese joint. We're gonna walk around and we're gonna say, hey, you know about it? What the hell are you talking? Nobody gonna know what you're talking about. That's my point.
You realize that's just gonna be the
same.
If
you say WWE anything, they gonna know what you're talking about. Now you on the page with me?
So what you're saying is the same thing with Impact. If you ask people about Impact, they're not gonna know what that is.
Compared to whatever that Triple A is, come on now. A lot of people know about Impact more than I thought was. More than I thought people watch Impact. Lately, I've been asking people, they watch Impact, dog. Surprising me too. You know what I'm saying? I noticed that lately. That's something crazy that's going on. But that's beside the point. You know what I'm saying?
That's because fans are realizing that there's more out there than WWE. They're realizing that you can go on the internet and you can find better wrestling.
You're not talking about internet. See that you did that. You snuck the internet in it. No.
90%.
Right now, what channel? Well, go ahead.
Hold up. 90% of people have to go on the internet to watch Impact because not everyone gets the channel.
What's the channel?
What the fuck? What is the channel anyway? I don't remember. They change channels all the time. Yeah, Pop. Not a lot of people get Pop.
It's on cable now.
A lot of people.
It's on there now.
What?
It's on there now. Guess what's not on it? Triple A. Where are you gonna find on cable? Where is it at?
We're not even talking about AAA. We're talking about the fact that Impact is on top, and a lot of people still have to go on the internet to watch Impact.
No, it's nationally. It's just like WWE is on USA, whatever it is on cable.
Pop is
you flick the next channel.
Pop is not national. Pop is everywhere.
Okay. If you got USA, if you flick the next channel, guess what's going to happen? Pop gonna pop up. You see what I'm saying?
Not on all cable companies.
Enough. More than enough than AAA. More than AAA. Right?
I wasn't even talking about AAA.
I'm using AAA as an example because I'm trying to use an example to show you that doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
What doesn't matter? I don't even know what doesn't matter anymore. Can we move on?
Let's jump into the not the main event, the almost main event. The Desmond Xavier versus Petey Williams. What a winner is to face Brian Cage. Why would anyone want to do? Why are they fighting for this? Anyway, match pretty good though. I liked it. It felt like it started a little bit slow. No, it didn't. That was a lie. It didn't start slow at all. It was like really fast, and I was like, wait, slow down just a little bit. I'm trying to catch my breath. I'm trying to catch my breath. Slow down. But I liked it though. I love Desmond Xavier. He flips around a lot and does dives and all this, but it's so smooth. Like he's so fluid with everything that he does. I think he's a guy that doesn't get used enough and should. I don't know why he hasn't held that title yet. So there's an issue within the ranks, and I don't know why he ain't held that title yet. He got the Super X Cup last year, and they mentioned that, but still, like for some reason, he has not held that title yet, and I don't know why. But This was good though. I loved it. Went outside for a little bit. Petey Williams stayed on him with the slingshot Hurricane Rana. That dive that Xavier hit was amazing. I love that. I love that dive. I love the counters, from the Canadian Destroyer. I want matches like this all the time. Like this match was really good. There was some really good false finishes in it. Storytelling was good. I felt like, and I love the defensive wrestling was really good in this match. With obviously we know when Petey's going for the Canadian Destroyer, and the commentary did a good job of mentioning this as well. When he's going for the Canadian Destroyer, and Desmond Xavier knew exactly when it was going to happen. Pretty much every time, Petey Williams had to find pretty much another way to beat, or to at least try to beat Xavier. As he didn't, Xavier ends up winning with a handspring. I think it was a handspring Pele. I think that he hits, which I think also looks amazing. I love the Pele before, but bruh. So I love it though. Desmond Xavier getting to go up against Cage. I want to see how this match is going to go, especially because Cage is another one of those guys who matches styles with whoever he's in the ring with. And tries to catch people off guard with certain things in his arsenal. I'm excited to see him back again. Brian Cage.
Okay. The new monster and the new animal.
But he does though, and even try, like we saw at the first Lashley match. I didn't even catch the second one, but the first Lashley match with the Tornado DDT, which was awesome. He kind of catches you off guard.
Was that the first time that Brian Cage won clean, or was that the second time that he won clean?
I was talking about the first time specifically, but that was just what I was talking about. But Xavier going up against Brian Cage coming up here soon. I wonder if they're gonna put that on the card next week. I'm not sure. But Casey, thoughts on Desmond Xavier versus Pete Williams?
I tried to get in this match. I did, because I wanted to face Brian Cage. I did. That was what you get when you win this match. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. But then I remembered that the winner faces Brian Cage, and I was like, nah, that's a bad decision. You think about it the first time, you're like, oh man, that's gonna be a good match, and then you remember that it's Brian Cage, and he a big fella. He a big fella that's real athletic too. Like that's a scary combination. A big fella that can do suicide dives if he wanted to. Like, bruh. But good match. Love Desmond Xavier. Obviously love Petey Williams. Canadian Destroyer is one of my favorite moves ever. And no one should ever counter it ever, because it should be a finisher and it should kill you. It should just kill you. You should be dead after that. It should be like, like the fatality thing from Mortal Kombat should come up after he does it. That's what I think. That needs to happen. Impact, make it happen. Just every time he does it, fatality. That's the thing that needs to happen. I would actually make that happen if he wrestled for me. I'd be like, fatality.
All right, Rabbit, thoughts?
Cage, man. Hey, first of all, man, what's the commentary? I like him. I forgot to say them. I like the commentary, dude. Yeah, I like him, man. If you get rid of JB and whatever his name, and put somebody else in there, Josh, put somebody else in there, I think we got something here. I like Main Man. Because he called Main Man Cage Swoverine. I like that name right there, Swoverine. And that I like. I wish I would have thought of that. But, man, this match was like that, Slim. I'm trying to tell you. When you want to see this type of match, I like just to sit back and watch at all times. You know what I'm saying? Because, first of all, Petey Williams, man, everybody know he do the Canadian Destroyer and all that, but he had a Tip the World back breakup. Oh, my God. Man, that was pretty. When he did that drop kick off the top rope, pretty too. And Hurricane Rana. But, man, X-Man, that's when we start calling my man X-Man. My man right here, bitch. He can't be played with. I want to see him every week. He need the belt immediately, right there around his waist, immediately, so I can see him every week. The Bama is a beast. He do the Pele joint. AJ Styles joint was vicious. I mean, I used to love AJ Styles when he hit that Pele joint out the blue. Oh my God, I can see them joints now in my vision. Those were just so pretty. I miss those joints. But back to this. Yeah, Main Man joint. Then when he flip and hit that thing, that's pretty, Slim. That's up there with AJ Styles joint. That's up there. That's getting there. if he get more crisper and prettier, man, I'm telling you, I want to see more of that, man. When the man he's so quick when he do the combo kicks and off the top rope and then do the German suplex. Pretty. I love it. I need to see more, man. Cold, vicious. Then he did a little the cutter, look like Diamond Dallas Page joint. You know what I'm saying? Good night. That joint, he came around, ran around the corner on that joint. Came around. Man, I miss Diamond Dallas Page. Another dream you gotta think about. But back to this again. Crazy joints. But my man tried the Canadian Destroyer 4 times, Slim. I never seen him do that many times in one match, Slim. He missed. I knew he's losing, but 4? It was like he was just on overload trying to do the Destroyer joint. But my man caught him with that joint at the end. It was so pretty. I love this match right here, dog. The only reason I love this match because X-Man just looked vicious, Slim, with his kicks and all that, man. I need to see more of my man. They should put a mask on him and let him flip around like that. You know what I'm saying? Vicious. DJ?
Next we got Allie. Well, she might be Allie now. Good after what we saw tonight. Her being possessed by the demon power or something. I'm confused by this. I really am. But I kind of like this. And the reason I like it is because I think it makes Su Yung look hella strong. Like, she looks mad strong now because Allie, the champion, by the way, the person that's not supposed to be the underdog, first off, looks like the underdog. Second off, looks like she's got to go to Su Young's depths to beat Su Yung. I don't think that I almost can guarantee they haven't had a match yet, but like, still, even though they haven't had a match yet, the psychology with Su Yung burning Rosemary up in the casket, the utilization of the casket, the undead bridesmaids, everything that Allie's seen, she's got to go into another space to try and beat Su Yung. I kind of like it. I'm trying to still figure it out, but I kind of like it at the same time because it makes Su Yung look really strong already, and she ain't even won the match yet. I mean, I don't know if she's going to win, but I'm just saying, like, she ain't even really got there yet. I almost feel like if they're going to do this, they have to have Allie win this first one, at least, because this whole demonized thing that she's doing's got to make sense. There's if she goes into this demon-like state to try to get in the head of Su Yung, then it's got to work at least the first time, or it's not. It was all for naught for me, in my opinion. Casey, thoughts on Allie being demonized and she got to go into the, I don't know what the heck, I don't know what it was, but still confused. But I like it a little bit.
I missed this part because I was fast forwarding trying to watch the rest of the show.
Rabbit? Rabbit, do you got any thoughts before we jump into the main event of the evening?
The Su Yung joint is kind of more like Rosemary, but then I guess from Rosemary gone, they put more emphasis on Su Yung. I don't know, man. I got to see that. But right now in the KO division, I like it because they got Madison Rain back up in here about to tangle with Teddy Blanchard folks. Then you got Su Yung and Allie possessed. So I like these two things they got going on in the KO division. I like these two. So this is good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Good stuff, DJ.
All right. Moving on to the main event, which is Congo Kong versus Moose. Bro, Congo Kong gonna beat up everybody though. I'm just saying, cause like this match was good. I enjoyed it. It was good that because it kind of built off the preview we saw at House of Hardcore. But at the same time, like Congo Kong was a beast in this match, even without Jimmy Jacobs. He came out without Jimmy Jacobs, as we will figure out why here in a second. But he came out without Jimmy Jacobs. He was still looking for him. He was still, but it didn't affect him. Which I think was kind of crazy. But it was a good match. It felt like Congo Kong dominated this match. I don't know if that's what was supposed to happen, or how I was supposed to feel after this. But like I did. I felt like Congo Kong just pretty much dominated this whole thing. Moose got that one little comeback in, but other than that, like he really didn't do too much. It felt like Congo Kong just brutalized him. But I'm still loving Kong. I want to keep the, I want them to keep this thing going. And I'm gonna head to the after the match as well. Moose does end up winning somehow with a power slam and then a spear to end up getting the win on this one. I definitely thought it was a good match. I was just surprised that Moose took the amount of damage that he did, being kind of who Moose is. But after the match, Jimmy Jacobs is found unresponsive backstage, laid out with the card on there. I think didn't they do some sort of cryptic thing to lead into this, if I'm not mistaken? I thought they did to lead into Jimmy Jacobs being laid out with the card with the circle and the X. We still don't know what that's going to be. Don't know how that's going to be. Who's going to be in it? Is it going to be something new? I kind of wonder, is it the Desi Hit Squad? Because we talked about that before. You remember Casey had mentioned it with Rohit Raju. I mean, that's his name now, right? Yeah, Rohit Raju. So I wonder if that's what is that what this is going to be? Is it going to be the Desi Hit Squad, or is it going to be something new that we're not really expecting? I'm trying to stay away from the internet too much. Obviously, I'm on it now, but still trying to stay away from the internet too much to not get spoiled of what it is, who it is, and all of that. But I'm excited to see where it goes. Like because it's the first time in a while. Like there's a storyline here that I have no idea what's going on, which is great because you rarely ever get that. Casey, thoughts on Congo Kong versus Moose and the Jimmy Jacobs laid out at the end?
I thought it was a decent match. Again, I don't think it should have been main event. I was surprised Moose won just because Congo Kong is, on that, like, he's so dominant right now. But as far as Jimmy Jacobs being laid out in the back, storyline wise, I think it works. It kind of eliminates another person that you thought it might have been behind it, So now you're really like, oh, okay, so who is this? Who is doing?
It also shows no fear, like when you think about it, because Jimmy Jacobs is right there beside Congo Kong, who's been taking out everybody.
Yeah. Also, going back to the previous segment, I just looked this up for the card of Under Pressure. I am confused with this knockouts match because, like, first of all, I don't think it should be a knockouts title match because I don't think Ali should win this match because that completely kills Su Young's build right now. I think this is bad booking. I really do. I don't agree with this booking.
It's a casket match, ain't it?
Yeah. So if Ali wins, that just completely kills the build of Su Yung.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. And she can't lose because then she loses the title. And I don't see them putting the title on Su Yung right now. This is just bad booking. Should have been a non-title match. But
I think it should have been a non-title match, and then they should have pushed the title match up until Slammiversary.
Yeah.
Slammiversary is coming up. I think it's in June.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. The pressure is next week, and that's the start of June. So it's crazy. I mean, because it's technically a pay-per-view, not pay-per-view, but technically on Pop or whatever. But Rabbit, thoughts on the main event and the aftermath of the main event?
Well, piggyback on what you just said, I didn't think about that at first because when you think about it, when you have a title match, now you have where somebody fuse going to be blown up, you know what I'm saying? So he made a good point because somebody plug got to get pulled out in this match if you have a title match. So, for instance, Ali, if you lose the belt, all the come out Ali, I guess that might be what they want to do and have Su Yung just have all the spotlight, I guess, because once if Ali was to lose this match, I agree with that would be bad booking. That's where they're going with this completely. But this match right here, I love this match right here, man. These two matches back to back, the X-Man match and this joint right here, man. Come on, man. I love this joint, man. Moose, God, man, these men are so big. They tall, big, athletic, quick. This shit's crazy, man. You got Moose. He be hitting my man with these chops, the nip ups. He about 6. I don't know what. He's 6'6" to 6'5". What nip ups? He had a nice headbutt though when he caught Kong on the joint with the headbutt off the ropes. Nasty stuff. This big man wrestling right here. You know what I'm saying? Man, I don't know. It's not that much just going on too much no more. When you get just two big men, when you get two big men wrestling, man, it's just I love it. You know what I'm saying? He got both of them athletic at that. He got Kong with the big boot in the face. Then he come with the belly, the nasty belly to belly, man. He picked moves and flipped them. Man, they hit that nasty running cannonball in the corner. Woo! Man, that's 400 pounds flying in that corner, man. That ain't no jokes, man. That is not no joke. My man, I love it again. His commentary, man. When he's like, man, my man had his hands down in the joint, but yeah, he got his claw deep in the bundle of nerves. I like that. He got his claw deep in the bundle of nerves. Yeah? That right there, that commentary, small stuff like that is what's been missing from this product, dog. Small little stuff like that counts, you know. First of all, he described what my man doing when he got him like this with his hands in his shoulder like that. He described that to a T, exactly what he doing. Then he telling you how it hurt because they ain't telling you they had a handful of nerves. You know what I'm saying? So to the viewer, and then Kong was doing what he's supposed to do. He had it joined real tight. Again, all the stuff that I always talk about every week that people don't do. Everybody was on the right page this time, and choosing the commentary that's never dead. Now dead. He was there. He was on point. Man, Kong was on point. His thing was tight on the shoulder, squeezing in that joint too. He was ripping in that joint. And Moose was on point with the fresh specials. All that was on point, man. I loved all that. No boxing. That's what I'm talking about. That's pure wrestling to me. That right there is what I mean when I say pure wrestling. Stuff like that. When everybody's on point, or even the commentary, all that's on point. I love it. Like domino effect. It all slides right down on point. I love it. TJ?
What they might do, thinking of the Su Yung Ali situation, it might have Rosemary come back and cost Su Yung the title and then have that split back off into their own little feud again. Because I don't think Rosemary's done by any means. I mean, if they wanted to write her off TV, they could like that way. But I think that now that the cast is coming back into play, I feel like somehow Rosemary's going to come out, maybe even come out of it when Su Yung tries to put Ali in it for the first time or something like that, for kind of that kill shot type of a thing. I think maybe that's what they do. I don't know if she'd even come back as a new character. I don't think. Because I think her demon thing, it almost surpasses death. The demon aspect of things, you can't kill it, really. Like, there's really no way. I mean, there's no way to really, there's no way to vanquish that.
She got set on fire, didn't she?
But she's not human. It's the whole point. Like, from a character perspective, she's not human. She's a demon.
Yeah, she's set on fire.
But demons live in fire. The fire doesn't even matter. Demons do rise out of fire, so I feel like I don't know. I feel like she may use the wrong source of weapon there. Real quick, a look at Under Pressure for next week. Obviously, you got Ali and Su Yung in the casket match. You got Tessa Blanchard versus Madison Rayne. These are the matches they have booked right now. Actually, and I didn't even see this one, but they got Eli Drake versus Scott Steiner. I didn't see this one on Thursday, but they got Eli Drake versus Scott Steiner as one of the matches.
I knew that.
I didn't know they'd do it that soon, though. And then it just came out today. And then you got Pentagon Jr. versus Austin Aries for the world title. So I'm definitely excited for next week to see this Under Pressure show. It should be good. I think they could keep it at 4 matches and be fine. They probably won't, but I think they could and give them all plenty of time. If they really wanted to, they got 2 hours. So, I mean, I think they should keep it at 4 and just let it be. But I hope they treat this like a pay-per-view, because a lot of times I think what happens with these shows is, they don't always feel like pay-per-views, but at the same time, I think when They just got they got to book it correctly. I think they should just match. I know they're gonna have to put some sort of something in the middle. I understand that, but like if you're gonna really book this as a pay-per-view as a means to an end or whatever, you kind of I think they should do it as close to a pay-per-view as they can. What was that? What was that? I couldn't hear. But anyway, as we wrap the show up, we thank you guys for tuning in. If you stayed this long, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Meant to say that at first, forgot. Gonna try my best next time. Well, actually, I forgot this time because I hit the wrong button. I was so confused. My mind was discombobulated. It was gone. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back next week. Gonna try to get back on a semi-normal schedule because I know we've been absolutely terrible last couple of weeks. But we're gonna try to get back to some sort of semi-normal schedule coming up next week, hopefully. But we do hope you guys enjoyed. Next video will be NXT. We'll hopefully have some discussions coming up as well. We haven't done one in a while, so hopefully we'll have some of that. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like I said. Also, be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/ICW podcast as well. But other than that, we hope you guys enjoyed. Appreciate Rabbit for coming by. Obviously, Casey and myself once again signing off. We'll see you guys next time on your Impact Wrestling review on the Instant Classics Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, and I mean always, an instant classic.